The sclera, also known as the white of the eye, is the opaque, fibrous, protective, outer layer of the eye containing mainly collagen and some elastic fiber. In humans, the whole sclera is white, contrasting with the colored iris, but in other mammals the visible part of the sclera matches the color of the iris, so the white part does not normally show. In the development of the embryo, the sclera is derived from the neural crest. In children, it is thinner and shows some of the underlying pigment, appearing slightly blue. In the elderly, fatty deposits on the sclera can make it appear slightly yellow. The ciliary muscle is a ring of smooth muscle in the eye's middle layer that controls accommodation for viewing objects at varying distances and regulates the flow of aqueous humor into Schlemm's canal. It changes the shape of the lens within the eye, not the size of the pupil, which is carried out by the sphincter pupillae muscle and dilator pupillae. The vitreous body is the clear gel that fills the space between the lens and the retina of the eyeball of humans and other vertebrates. The cornea is the transparent front part of the eye that covers the iris, pupil, and anterior chamber. The cornea, with the anterior chamber and lens, refracts light, with the cornea accounting for approximately 2/3 of the eye's total optical power. The vitreous body is the clear gel that fills the space between the lens and the retina of the eyeball of humans and other vertebrates. It is often referred to as the vitreous humor or simply, the vitreous. The vitreous humor is a transparent, colorless, gelatinous mass that fills the space in the eye between the lens and the retina. The optic nerve, also known as cranial nerve 2, is a paired nerve that transmits visual information from the retina to the brain. In humans, the optic nerve is derived from optic stalks during the 7th week of development and is composed of retinal ganglion cell axons and glial cells. It extends from the optic disc to the optic chiasma and continues as the optic tract to the lateral geniculate nucleus, protectal nuclei, and superior colliculus. The lens is a transparent, biconvex structure in the eye that, along with the cornea, helps to refract light to be focused on the retina. The lens, by changing shape, functions to change the focal distance of the eye so that it can focus on objects at various distances, thus allowing a sharp real image of the object of interest to be formed on the retina. This adjustment of the lens is known as accommodation, see also below. The medial rectus muscle is a muscle in the orbit. The superior oblique muscle, or obliquus oculis. The superior oblique muscle, or oblique. The superior rectus muscle is a muscle in the orbit. It is one of. The lateral rectus muscle is a muscle on the lateral side of the eyeball in the orbit. The inferior oblique muscle or obliquus oculi inferior is a thin, narrow. The inferior rectus muscle is a muscle in the orbit. It depresses, adducts, and helps extort the eye. The annulus of Zinn, also known as the annular tendon or common tendinous ring, is a ring of fibrous tissue surrounding the optic nerve at its entrance at the apex of the orbit. It is the common origin of the 4 rectus muscles extra.